Welcome to Just Say This, the place to get all the help you need for the birds and bees talks. I'm your host, Amy Lang. Just a quick reminder, this show is for grown-ups because I'll be swearing. There'll be lots of swears, and then I'll also be talking about grown-up sex. I can guarantee that your kids do not want to listen to this, and they really don't want to listen to it with you. You've been warned. Do you have a question for me? Please give me a call. The phone number is 206-926-1522, 206-926-1522, and I will answer on the show. And if you have a funny sex talk story, please call in those as well, 206-926-1522. Thanks. It's time for your weekly Chirp. What's a chirp? It's a script. I'll be picking one topic every other week and give you a script. So are they going to be perfect? Oh my God, no. And if you don't like it or you have a real problem with it and you feel like you need to let me know, please don't be a dick about it. They're not going to be perfect. So you need to tweak the language to suit your family. The next thing is this. Is it going to get the ball rolling? That's the goal. I'm going to give you one little thing to talk to your kids about and you can get at it. If your kids are younger, you're going to dumb the language down, make it simpler. If they're older, you're going to make it more complicated. These are actually directed at 9-year-olds. So enjoy this week's Chirp. Hey, for this week's Chirp, I have a guest star who left me a message about other ways and a really good resource for finding a therapist if your kid's been porn exposed or sexually abused. So I'm going to let her talk in just a minute. As we know from last week's episode, this is a problem. You know it's a problem. But one of the toughest things is to find somebody who can see your kid, and it can be really hard. So RAINN, RAINN.org is always a good place you can go. That's the best place to find child centers where they work with folks, kids who've been sexually abused or potentially sexually abused. But this other organization, Safer Society Press, well, I'll let my therapist pal talk about it. Anyway, enjoy the Chirp. Don't ever be afraid to ask for help for your child. It is your job to make sure they're safe, even if you're thinking like, I don't know, I'm not sure. They need help. And you also want to establish that getting help and therapy and counseling is a normal part of being a human. All right, I'll let them take it away.
Hi, Amy. This is Devin Palmer calling. I am a therapist in Oregon who specializes in working with kids with sexual behavior problems or who've committed illegal sexual behaviors. And on your most recent episode about porn, you were talking about ways to find a therapist that kind of knows about these kind of topics. And I just wanted to give you a couple other suggestions that people might be able to look for in order to find a therapist. One is a website called Safer Society. If you go to safersocietypress.org and you click the menu, there's a resources tab and they have a provider directory. And so that might be a place to start. Those providers should be well educated in these kind of topics. The other option for trying to find referrals in your area would be to try to find a child abuse evaluation center in your area. Most places have like a forensic child abuse evaluation center. Here in the Portland area, it's called CARES Northwest. And they probably would be another good resource for providing like local options of therapists who have good knowledge in this field. I enjoy your Facebook and your podcast. Thanks for putting all this info out there.
Hey, I need questions for the show. It ain't no fun without questions. I'm happy to read them, but they're not as exciting as you calling in and asking me a question. 206-926-1522. And for the first 5 of you that call, I'll give you a free quickie consultation. So at the end of your message, take a pause, give me your name and your email address, and I will get right back to you and we can have some fun together. Okay? So 206-926-1522. All right, thanks in advance. That's it for this week. Thanks to everyone who's been calling in. The number's 206-926-1522, so please leave me a message if you have a question or a tale from the trenches. And thank you to Melanie Smith, my producer, and to Rolf, who wrote the Birds and Bees and Kids theme song.